I know y'all been waiting on it anyway. So in this story time, I'm just tell y'all how I hit a freaking deer at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. I hit a freaking deer and it went all the way through my car, y'all. So everybody know how you can end up hitting a deer, but my story is so tragic and ironic, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I wasn't on all this manifestation type of stuff when it happened to me. So basically, should I? No, I shouldn't. Okay, so basically what happened was I was leaving the studio that I liked it to record it at the time. It was about, let's just say 2 hours. Yeah, it's about 2 hours away from where I had lived at, where I was living at. And so I had made about 3 or 4 songs, but that's like besides the point. So I had recorded or whatever, so I was headed home, and then on this particular, I usually let somebody go with me to the studio because it was so far, like my friend or my brother. But this particular day, my brother, well, he didn't want to go and I couldn't make him go, and then my friends was like doing hair because all of us like stylists and stuff was like doing hair. So it was just like I had to go by myself, and I was kind of like committed to becoming a rapper at the time, but I'm gonna focus back on that real soon. So what happened was I had went to the studio. I left the studio. I went to the studio, I think I left about 9 o'clock, and I was kind of iffy then, and I had called my mom. I was like, God was like, he got a, you know, an open session today for the low if I want to come. And I'm like, I really don't want to miss this, you know, opportunity to go up there and record because my songs are finished. Like, I need to go ahead and go up there and get them done. And so when I got to the gas station, this is before I went. When I got to the gas station, it was crazy that it hit my mind like, bitch, I hope you don't hit no deer. Like, that's so crazy. Like, and I'm like, why you even thinking that? Like, stop thinking stuff, because every time you be thinking stuff, it happens. You know what I'm saying? It really do happen, like you really manifest it. So that's the kind of mindset I had then. It wasn't about like manifestation or nothing like that. Like, even though it was, like, I just didn't address it as it was that. It was like whatever I be thinking will come to pass, basically, manifestation. So I was already thinking like, why are you thinking like that? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me just clear that out of my mind. I'm not gonna, you know, do that. I'm not gonna have no accident, this and that. So yo, I get to the store. It was these guys, like, it was so crazy. It was these guys that was literally following me. And it was around the time where people was like getting snatched up, like men was like snatching people up. And I'm just like, you know what? I ain't got time for this. And then like I had just got my gun and stuff. But I was like, I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time to be, you know what I'm saying, like running, you know, from nobody or nothing like that. So boom. Next thing I know, I had to call my mom. That's why I had to call my mom, because I'm like, Mom, there's some weird stuff going on at this store. So my mom had came to the store, whatever. She waited till I got through pumping my gas and stuff, because that's the type of mom I got. I love her. So my mom had came. She waited with me and my brother, and then she was like, are you still gonna go? I don't think you should go. So I'm like, Mom, like, I really want to go, like something telling me to go. So I went anyway. I went against the grain, knowing like every time my mama, like, I kid you not, I don't know, God bless that lady, because I'm telling you, every time she tell me no, don't do something, or she tell me yes, do it, like, if I do the opposite of what she tell me, I always regret it. And I still got the messages to this day of when she told me like I shouldn't go, she don't think I should go, and I went anyway. Like, I was like, damn, like, why didn't I just listen to her? So I had went, and before I had got to the studio, because mind you, it was 2 hours away, before I had got to the studio, I seen like a whole bunch of little deers and stuff, because it was getting dark. So I'm like, you know, I'm gonna have to really stay awake and this and that. So when I left, I had went recording my music or whatever. When I left the studio, it was around like 1, yeah, it was around 1 o'clock. Like, it was late. It was later than I had expected. I had ended up staying a little longer than I had expected, but it was cool though, because I had got a lot done in that little amount of time. So boom, I go and I, you know, get my song finished. I'm loving the song. I'm listening to the song over and over and over again, like just feeling the song in me, you know, within me. And it's just like every, like, when y'all hear the song that I'm talking about, because I'm like, this song been made 2 years ago, and I'm just not about to release it. So don't think that it's about a specific person, because it's not. Honestly, the person that this song originally was about, it was somebody that I was dating, and they're, you know what I'm saying, they're nobody that my YouTube or anybody would know about, because nobody ever knew about this relationship, period. And then as I kept writing it, I started dating somebody else, and then we was having issues, and it's kind of like I mixed it all in one. So it's really not about anybody. It's not about no one person. And then when I finished the song, I kind of tweaked it so much to the point where it wasn't about nobody no more. Like, it was just about my pain I had been through or whatever. So anyway, I had finished. I was just feeling the song, feeling kind of down, feeling like the energy in the song. And so I'm just driving, y'all. Just driving. And I'm up, I'm hyped. Like, I'm not sleepy or nothing. So I get, mind y'all, I'm only like 10 minutes away from home. 10 minutes away from home. So it's a 3-lane. It was 3 lanes. And yeah, my nail just broke off. Both of these just broke while I was in the car. But I knew they was gonna start coming out because I was doing hair earlier, and her hair kept getting stuck in my nails. So I was like, yeah, they gonna come off. So anyways, that's besides the point. So it's 3 lanes, right? Mind y'all, I'm in the fast lane. I'm in the fast lane. There was a car and it was a truck. The car was in front of me, and it was a truck in the slow lane all the way to the right of the road. So the truck, I guess the truck may have seen it, because the truck like came in my lane. And well, the truck came into the middle lane. And then I actually seen it, like, and then I see the car like swerve that was in front of me. So I'm like, what the and it literally went from one lane to the next. It was running so fast, like it went from this side, well, to the middle. It was always in the middle of the road. When I seen it, it was in the middle. It was in the middle. It went from the middle. And I know one thing about like deers and stuff, they'll follow like the lights and stuff. So I'm guessing it was following the lights of the truck, because my lights weren't right. Or it could have been following my lights. It really didn't know which way to go. Like, it was blinded. So you know what I'm saying? And so I end up like trying to jump off in another lane. Well, I jumped to the side, and then I jumped back, like, cause it had went that way. It was like it was playing with me, and I'm like, what the world? And then I said, you know what? I'm not finna kill myself, because it's a big ass truck right there. There's more cars coming. Even though it's the middle of the night, it was still a few cars on the road. I'm like, I'm not finna kill myself behind no deer. This deer better get his ass out the way. And so I was like, I probably end up hitting it a little bit. And I thought I just like, cause it wasn't loud enough, I thought I just like bumped the back of it and I knocked it out the road. That's what I thought I did, y'all. Like, I literally thought I hit it, cause I didn't see no blood, I didn't see no head come off, I didn't see nothing drastic. Like, all I know is I heard like a basketball or something had hit my front of my car, and that was it. So when I hit it, it was like, and it happened so fast. And so I just kept driving, and I'm like, I hope there was a fucking animal, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause it happened so fast. Like, when shit like that happen, it happens so fast. You be like, what the world? And I was like, I hit it so fast. I was like, but it was crazy, cause I kid y'all not, when I first had hit it, I was like, yeah, you'll get your ass out the way now type of energy. And I was like, oh my God, you're so wrong for saying that. And I'm like, damn, what if I killed it? What if that was, somebody? And I'm like, girl, that was not nobody. That was clearly a fucking animal because you seen the eyes. And I'm like, yeah, true. So I called my mom instantly, and my mama was like, where you at now? I'm like, not that far from home. And she was like, why the hell you ain't called the police? I'm like, Ma, it's nobody out here. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm not finna pull over. Like, that is kind of like, no, that's asking to, something to happen to you. Like, I'm not finna do that. And she was like, maybe an hour away. So I'm like, no. So my brother, well, she actually wasn't an hour away. She actually was at my house. So my brothers was at my house too. So I'm just driving. And then it's like I start smelling like fresh blood. I didn't know, was I tripping or what? You know what I'm saying? I was like, something smells funny. And it kind of like hit my stomach. And I'm like, I was like, that's crazy. I was like, maybe I'm tripping because the air was fucking blowing. I remember my air was on. So I just turned the air off because I'm like, grossed out at this point. Like, I just hit a deer. It smells like fresh blood, but I'm not sure. And then the next thing I know, my car started saying like ban something. It started saying crazy ass stuff. And no, my car hadn't been in no accident or nothing. And I was driving my Camaro because I had a black Camaro. Well, I still got a black Camaro, but I was driving my Camaro. So my Camaro hadn't had any kind of issues like that ever before. Any issues, period. My car was like that. You know what I'm saying? It was good. It was in good hands. So next thing I know is it started just saying all different types of stuff. So I called my mama back and I'm like, Mom, my car's saying all this stuff. But she was like, oh, I'm here. I'll look at it and see. You probably have to take it somewhere. You really should have called the police. Anytime you hit a deer or something, or you think it's a deer, you have to call the police. I'm like, wow, how did I supposed to know that? Like, I don't even know, like, if it really messed my car up or what. And she was like, you're gonna have to call your insurance. And I was like, oh, I'm already here. So I'm turning in my neighborhood or whatever. And I turn in my neighborhood or whatever and get to the stop sign. It started like, my car started like slowing down, and it said that it was gonna turn off, like basically like telling me like, bitch, it's something wrong. Well, I said I'm gonna stop cursing. It was basically telling me like, it's something wrong with your car. And so then I was just like I said it out my mouth. I said, bro, I hope this thing ain't been totaled my car. Oh my God, man. That's what I said. That's how I was. And so y'all just keep listening. So I finally parked because I cried a little bit. Like, I started tearing up because I'm like, man, I ain't got time for this. Like, I ain't got time for something to be wrong with this car. So I end up getting out the car. When I got out the car, my house is like right in front of the parking lot. Like, it's right there by the door. So of course, when I get out the driver's door, I got to walk across the front of my car to get to my door. Y'all, the nastiest, creepiest thing happened. As I was walking to the door, the deer's leg kind of like glanced, like touching my leg, and I lost it. I was screaming so loud, and I was running, and I ran, and I beat the door. I couldn't even, like, I didn't have the mind to just go and get my keys and open the door with my keys because I was just so out of it. And I was like, what if it pops out of the car and kind of kill me or something? Like, what the fuck do I do? So basically it rubbed against my leg, and I lost it. And I was beating on the door. I was like, open the door. It's a deer in my car. It's a deer in my car. So my brother, like, my oldest brother, he's 25. My brother is like, what what is wrong with you? And then my little brother, he's like 17. He's like, what is wrong with you? Like, all of them are so calm, looking at me like, you're crazy. I'm like, y'all, it's a deer in my car. My brother, he looks out the window. He was like, girl, ain't no deer in your car. I'm looking at your car. I'm like, yes, it is. I just felt it on my leg. Oh my God, it's out there. And I was just literally running in the bathroom crying. My mama just called me. That's so crazy. But I had kind of like, my brother was like, I'm about to go out here and see what she talking about. I was like, please go and get it. Like, go see. So my oldest brother, he go out there. He was like, bro, ain't no deal. And then he bent down and he was like, yeah, the whole deer in here. And they like, no. And they was, my mom texted me like, you know that deer can't be sitting in your car like that. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like, what do you want him to do? Like, pull it out? Like, what if we mess up the car? Like, what are you talking about? Pull it out. So I called the insurance people. I called the police. I called everybody. And they was like, I'm like, should we pull it out or what? And they like, we don't know. And I'm like, I don't want to tear it up some more. And I don't want it to be like alive. Like, I'm a female and I'm only 21 years old. And I really don't know what to do. Like, what are you guys expecting me to do with a whole deer in my car? So what happened was, the people that I called, it was so country. But I love them. The people that I had called a record service, they was like, we want to come and get it. We want to come get it. We heard what happened and we want to come get it. And I guess they wanted to like cook it. And they saved the freaking head. When I came, they had the head. And they was like, oh, do you want to see it? And I'm like, no, I really don't. Like, they were like, the head and everything was still attached. Like, it literally just like, your car kind of like sucked it in. Just kind of like sucked the animal. And they was like, how fast were you going? And I was like, man, I don't even think I was going that fast. They was like, hey, ma'am, we know you was speeding. I'm like, probably 70, 75. Honestly, I really don't remember how fast I was going because it happened so fast. And I just remember me traveling. And as I traveled, at the end, I had ended up, my car had to go into the shop for about 2 weeks. At first, they originally told me 5 days. Then they turned around and said that it needed another part, so it was like 7 days. And then my car was going on like 8 or 9 days. And then I had to wait a whole another week because they sent the wrong part. So it was about 2 weeks. I had to Uber. Oh my God, I spent so much money with Uber, getting my car fixed, you know, catching rides and stuff. That was the worst. That's why I said I will always have 2 cars. I don't care. I always have 2 cars now, so I always have something else to ride in, because that can never happen to me again. No, I hated it there. But yeah, y'all, I was just, if that's interesting to anybody. So what I would say, I would just say, like, be careful driving at night, even in the daytime, because in Alabama, we see a lot of deers. So just be careful. Even in Atlanta, like, well, not in Atlanta, but like Georgia. But like, just be careful when you're driving, speeding. You know what I'm saying? Even just being on the road, like, just be careful. You have to watch out for other drivers and stuff. It's very, very dangerous out on the road. Make sure you always have your seatbelts and stuff on, and watch for these animals, man. Like, I love to travel at nighttime. One thing about me, I love driving at nighttime. Like, honestly, these last little clips with me, like, daytime driving, like, I don't mean I like driving at nighttime through the city. I mean that when I say I like driving at nighttime long distance of ways. Like, when I drove all the way to Miami, I left around 10, 11 11. I left around 10 or 11 that night. And then I got to Miami like around that same time the next. Because Miami was like 12 hours. It was really 11 hours, but we had to stop. So, of course, that's 12 hours. But yeah, guys, somebody keep calling me and I don't know who it is, playing on my phone. But hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will be dropping more and more and more and more and more and more videos this year. I'm telling y'all can already see your girl is non-stop with the videos now. Like, do not play with me. Big YouTuber over here, baby. Like, this is one of my goals for 2021, and it's manifesting to me. It's all coming. So I'll just see y'all in the next video. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you following me on all social media. My name is Rhea Gibson on all social media. So don't forget to subscribe, y'all. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to like. Do not forget to comment. Do not forget to tell me how you feel, because it's important. Thank you. Thank you for watching.